Let's do this. What's up, geometry? This could be the last video. I know you're sad, but whatever. I'm gonna get through this. You will need 6 little graph papers or use your graph paper. This is gonna be the final exam review number 2, and you will obviously be able to use these notes on your live final next week. I did forget my little tripod for the camera, my phone, so I got it stacked with books. I just gotta make sure that it's still upright and good to go. I think we're good. Also, there is some construction going on with large bulldozers with jackhammers fixing the concrete, and I'm a bit agitated because one thing that I hate while I'm teaching, even in this tranquil environment, is I really hate construction and ground shaking and beeping and people yelling, and I don't like it. So let me get through this, all right? I'll give you a quick horn blast to wake everybody up. There you go. Okay, so this is, these notes are 6-3-20. It is final exam review number 1. And the first thing that we did was reflections on this, and they were basic reflections. This was where you just reflected some basic items. Let's do a flag waving. Let's draw a flag. And let's reflect it through this line. Remember, it is opposite. And one thing that I told you was to pretend like you folded it on the reflection line and it stamped itself, okay? That's a good way to think about it. So you'll have a couple objects. Let's do one of these. Let's do, you guys know what that is. That's a lava lamp. Ooh, there's the lava. Let's reflect that thing through here. It would be going down like this and up like that. And you don't have to use different colors, but that's the concept. Let's do a couple of other things. Let's reflect my initials, A, M, C, B. Let's flip that downwards. A, M, oh gosh, C, and B. I'm going to turn it like this to make sure it lines up. It does. The B's are the same, the C's are the same. The A is upside down in that way. I think it's easy to turn your paper like this, or also, like I said, fold it and look and see if it stamps on itself. And let's do another one. Let's do W-H-S, West High School. Woo! Yeah! Class of 2020, graduating online. Sweet. Let's do this. Let's do that. Oh, the S. That's a backwards S. And remember, I said you can fold it over and you can look at that. Would you look at that? Would you just look at it? It can fold over on itself. Would you look at that? Okay, so those are the basic reflections. You can go back on that assignment when I first did it. You guys all did well on that assignment. Okay, next we are going to reflect A, -2, 6, B, -2, 2, and C, -6, 2 through the y-axis, then the x-axis, and we're going to give the new coordinates, or we're not going to give the new coordinates. We're just going to do it and make those prime notations. Okay. Let me see if my camera is holding up. It is. Perfect. Okay. So here's how we did the reflections. First, I'm going to go through the y-axis, and I'm going to take these. I'm going to take A. I'm going to go straight perpendicular to the y-axis and straight out. 1, 2 to the line, 1, 2 past the line. There is A prime. B, 1, 2 to the y-axis, 1, 2 away from the y-axis. There's B prime. And C, it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 away. Let's make that C prime. There is our reflection through the y-axis. And if I reflect this through the x-axis, I'm going down. 1, 2 down, 1, 2 away. That would be B double prime. Okay, 2 little notches. 1, 2 in, 1, 2 out for C. There's C double prime, and A would be 6 down and 6 away, which would be A double prime. Okay, so those of you guys who did that assignment, it was successful, and I'm not going to do any more examples because I think this is easy. All right, let's move on to translations rules. This is where we move things about the coordinate plane. And your direction here for the graph is going to be find the rule that describes the translations. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to draw a little bitty triangle right here. And I'm not even going to give you the coordinates. I'll make this T, U, V. Okay? It's basically -1, 1, -3 up 1, and -1 up 3. So in your notes, just draw a little triangle right there, okay? And I'm gonna, let's say I'm gonna move it all the way over here, okay? And there's T prime, U prime, and V prime. If you're wondering, T prime is right 6 down 1, U prime is right 6 down 3, and V prime is right 5 down 3. And if I need to describe the rule or find the rule for x, y, I'm translating the x, which is the left and right. If I went from T to T prime, I went over right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that was right 7. That's plus 7. And after I went right 7, I went down 1, 2, 3, 4. That would be y for the up and down movement, and -4 for the down. So +7, right 7, down 4. Y -4 is down 4. If it moved left, it'd be x minus, and if it moved up, it'd be y plus. Okay. So your rule has to be written just like this when you're looking at that. And it will coincide with this particular assignment that I gave you for homework a few weeks back, okay? Let's keep going. Next, we're going to find the image of the translation given the rule, and let's just draw the same thing, okay? Let's draw it in the same location down here, and let's draw the same thing. This time let's make it, M, C, B, okay? So there's MCB. I want to apply this rule. This time let's go x minus 3 and y plus 4, okay? So for this little MCB right here, let's go left 3 and up 4. Remember, if it's a minus, we're going left. If it's a plus, we're going up. For every one of these, let's go left 3 and up 4. Let's go. Okay, left 3, M, 1, 2, 3, up 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. There is M prime. For the C, left 3, 1, 2, 3, up 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. There is C prime and B, 1, 2, 3, up 1, 2, 3, and 4. There is my translation of M prime, C prime, and B prime, okay? for this translation rule. And we did an assignment with that. And like I said, you guys have done a pretty good job on this. All right, those of you guys have done it. Let's do our last two. All right. These are the dilations unit. And dilations is getting bigger or smaller, okay? I'll give you a second to copy this down. This time, I'd like you to perform the dilation with the given scale factor for x, -2, 1, y, -2, -2, and z, 3, 1, with a scale factor of 3. So first we're going to plot this triangle. Let me plot the triangle. Remember, if I'm going too fast, press the space bar or the little pause button, kids, or double tap to go back 10 seconds. I learned all that stuff. Now that I'm a YouTuber, I learned all that cool stuff. Okay, x, -2, 1. There's my x. Y, -2, -2. Over 2, down 2. There's my y. And z is 3, 1, which is right 3, up 1. There's my z. This is a triangle. If the scale factor is not a fraction, it means it is going to be an enlargement. Let's multiply all of these by 3. Times 3, times 3, times 3, times 3, and times 3. There's my line. -2 times 3 is 6. 1 times 3 is 3. There is my x prime. -2 times 3 is -6. -2 times 3 is -6. There is the coordinates for my y prime. And for my z prime, 3 times 3 is 9. 1 times 3 is 3. There's my z prime right there. Let's plot these. 6, 3. Oh dear. It was -2 times 3. Why didn't you guys catch that? That's a -6. Okay. I think I did it right on the rest of them. Alrighty. So -6, 3 would be -6, up 1, up 2, up 3. There is my x prime right there. -6 would be -6 down 6, which is right there. There's my y prime. And for the z, over 9, up 3. Mine doesn't go over 9, but yours does. Up 3, 1, 2, 3. There is my z prime. You don't even have to use a ruler. I'm not going to say, oh gosh, you have to use a ruler. Go get the ruler box. Don't have to do it. You can freehand that thing, but there it is. X prime, y prime, z prime. That was an enlargement on this dilation because the scale factor was a whole number, okay? Let's do our last one. It says scale factor is 1/2. A is -2, 4. B is -6, -6. C is +4, +4. First, I'm going to go ahead and plot those. -2, 4, over back to 1, 2, 3, 4. There's A. B is -6, -6. Left 6, down 6. There's B, and C is 4, 4. Right 4, up 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to freehand this thing, and hopefully I can make some straight lines. Okay. There's my ABC. It looks like a giant obtuse triangle. It's pretty cool. And the scale factor is 1/2. I'm going to multiply all of these by 1/2 or divide them all by 2. That bottom number. Divide by 2, 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 divide by 2. And we are getting A prime is -2 divided by 2 is -1. 4 divided by 2 is 2. For B prime, -6 divided by +2 is -3. -6 divided by +2 is -3. For C prime, 4 divided by 2 is 2. 4 divided by 2 is 2. Let's go ahead and plot our 3 points. A, -1 up 2. There it is, there's A prime. B, -3, -3. Back 3, down 3. There's B prime, and C, over 2 up 2. Right, 2 up 2. There's C prime. This is a reduction, and our big triangle went to a little one. We reduced it by 1/2 of its size, okay? So it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 graphs and a couple of little reflections, okay? Those are your review notes. Submit them, there's no worksheet. And that's all I got, guys. I'm signing off.